What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to American culture you need to know. I'm guessing there are a lot of things we foreigners don't know about America, and there's some things Americans don't know about the world too. I'm curious to see what this video is all about. As someone who is presently in the UK, England to be specific, as a student, I actually like to visit America, United States of America, and so I would love to know what about their culture is kind of unique that I probably need to know.
Hi, I'm Vanessa from Speak English with Vanessa Duck. Do you know these very American things? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Do you know this song? Most Americans immediately recognize this tune, even though my poor singing. You're immediately able to recognize this song because it is a common feature of American culture. So today I would like to help you learn 10 common things. Some of them are expressions, some of them are activities.
Let's know what the song is. Tell us what the song is.
All Americans know, and you should too. Now, of course, the U.S. is an incredibly diverse place with a lot of people who have various backgrounds, so this might not apply to everyone. I can't speak for all people living in the United States, but these are generally known things in the US that it's kind of fun to be able to know as well. So let's get started with the first one. And to help you remember everything that you learned in this very American lesson, you can download the free PDF worksheet that I've made for today's lesson. It includes all of these expressions, cultural elements, and ideas that I've talked about in this lesson. Plus, you'll see Vanessa's challenge question so that you can answer it and use what you've learned. You can download that PDF with the link that almost all Americans know what it is. If I asked you, what are you doing for the 4th?
July the 4th?
You might look at your calendar and say, November 4th?
I think that's July the 4th.
No, when someone asks you, what are you doing for the 4th, they always mean July 4th.
Yes!
Because July 4th is
the Independence.
American Independence Day. And we usually just shorten this to the 4th. What are you doing for the 4th? I'm going to the lake for the 4th. I'm not really doing anything for the 4th, but maybe I'll try to find some fireworks. We often shorten Independence Day or July 4th to just the 4th. And now you know that too. If I said to you, whoa, I just found a Benjamin on the street. I can't believe it. Would you think that I found a guy named Benjamin on the street and I just feel so excited?
Money?
Maybe he's my long-lost friend? No. If I said I found a Benjamin on the street, that means a $100 bill. And that's because Benjamin Franklin is the guy who's on the $100 bill. So if you say, oh man, I really just need to earn some Benjamins this weekend. I need to pay my rent.
Is it really used like that? That's crazy.
To make several $100. It's just slang for $100. So I hope for you, you find a Benjamin on the street someday.
It doesn't really sound comfortable. I want to make some Benjamins. I have to earn. It doesn't. It sounds really weird, to be honest. But yeah, that's nice to know.
That would be amazing. If my husband Dan said, did you eat the last piece of cake? I might say, I plead the 5th. What is happening
What's
here?
the 5th?
Am I telling him that I'm guilty, or am I telling him I'm not guilty? I didn't do it. Well, this expression, I plead the 5th, has
the 5th
to do
Amendment.
with the 5th Amendment to the Constitution. And that means that I don't need to tell you because maybe it will hurt me in a court of law later. This is a very legal type of statement, but we often use this in daily conversation to say, yes, but I don't want to tell you. So when my husband asks me, did you eat the last piece of cake? And I say, I plead the 5th, he knows, yes, Vanessa ate it, but she doesn't want to tell me. So you can use this very American expression when you want to tell someone yes, but maybe you feel embarrassed to tell them yes directly. You can just say, I plead the fifth. Great expression.
No, it makes sense.
In 2004, I was a
Yeah,
senior.
I've always heard this, but I've never really understood what exactly it meant.
Does this mean I was old in 2004? What if I told you also that in 2008 I was also a senior? If you're an American, you can probably guess that this means I was in high school in 2004 and I was in college in 2008. A senior means you are in your last year of high school
Makes
or your
sense.
last year of college.
Does make
so in
sense.
the US, we often have terms for first, second, third, and fourth year in high school and in college. So if you are in 9th grade, you are a freshman. If you are in 10th grade, you're a sophomore. Notice that the O in the middle of this word is silent, sophomore. If you're in 11th grade, you are a junior. We could say, I'm in my junior year. I'm a junior. And if you're in 12th grade, so the final grade of high school, you're a senior. And this type of system also applies to college. You are a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior in college, especially when you go to a 4-year college, these type of terms apply. So it's quite common that
Makes sense.
when you are a senior, you think you are much better than freshmen. Oh, I was never so small. They're so much like just little children, those freshmen. We are seniors. I think this is pretty common in high school, that you see the people who are younger than you as so much younger. I wasn't like that when I was a freshman, but really, you were. So this type of system is quite common in the US, and now you know about it too. When you arrive in the US, you will probably need to fill out a visa form. And at the bottom of the visa, you need to sign your John Hancock. Is your name John Hancock? Well, if it is, you definitely need to do that. But this term, sign your John Hancock, just means your signature. There's a little bit of American history behind this because John Hancock was a guy who signed his name big and large on the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
So it was kind of a bold statement where these colonists in the United States or in the Americas told England, we want to have independence. And it's a pretty big statement. Maybe there's some treason involved, so it's kind of scary to say, I'm someone who supports this. But John Hancock signed his name really large on that document. So it was bold and courageous. It was a big move. So because of this, his name is synonymous now with a signature. Sign your John Hancock. Put your John Hancock here. We don't always use this instead of signature, but you will definitely hear this, and it's steeped in American history. And now you can use it too. Now we have two fun American idioms. One is if I said to you, you shouldn't buy a new car. If you buy a used car, you get more bang for your buck. This expression, bang for your buck, kind of includes two American concepts. One is buck, which is slang for
money.
Dollars.
Okay.
And the other one, bang, doesn't necessarily relate to guns, but I know guns are kind of culturally linked to the US. So we get this idea that you can get a great value for your money if you buy a used car. So you might say, yeah, you should get a used car. It's more bang for your buck. Don't get a new car. It's better to get a used car. This is a great expression. More bang for your buck. When I was growing up, before we left for school almost every morning, it was pretty common for my sister and I to fight.
Sorry, is that actually the fact? Is buying a used car more valuable, gives you more value than a new car? Because I've been thinking about that, I've been thinking about getting my first car, and it's just been, new, used, and yeah, some people have been saying new, some people have been saying used. I don't know what you guys think actually in the comment section. Yeah, that's just by the way.
Over who said shotgun first. Why were we trying to beat each other to say shotgun. What's that mean? Does that mean we want to carry a shotgun? Does that mean we were going hunting or shooting? No. Instead, shotgun is the passenger seat. And for some reason, this is the most desirable seat in the car when
Why?
you're not the driver. So kids, I guess
Oh,
not too
okay.
young, but high schoolers or older kids always want to call shotgun. And we use that expression, I call shotgun, or just saying shotgun. And that means that's my seat. I claim it. And this was really common, especially with siblings, even with friends too, that before you get in the car, if you're not the driver, you'd say, I call shotgun.
I've
Well,
never heard
maybe now
that
you
before.
can call shotgun too.
Never heard that
Have you
before.
ever eaten the most tasty bonfire treat in the entire world? This is something I look forward to every time we have a bonfire. It is s'mores. S'mores.
I've seen this
This is something
stuff.
I didn't.
I've actually seen these things, but never knew they were called s'mores. I just thought they were just roasted marshmallows, toasted marshmallows, and yeah, so many strange things in the US, to be honest.
Realized was very American until I was talking to some international friends and they said, what? We just toast marshmallows. What do you put with them?
Yeah.
So let me explain to you a delicacy, something amazing that has a special place in my heart. First, you have a graham cracker. This is a special type of cookie, even though it's called cracker. It's quite sweet. And then we have a piece of chocolate. So we often buy some Hershey's chocolate, break off a piece, put it on the graham cracker, and when you're having a bonfire, you set that close to the fire, not too close, but close enough that the chocolate gets a little soft. And then you take a stick and 2 marshmallows. You could do 1, but 2 is better. And you toast them over the fire very carefully to make sure that they don't explode into flames. Some people like that. Personally, I like them to be perfectly toasted, and it is an art form, let me tell you. So you toast them, and then when they're toasted, you put them on the chocolate, and you take another piece of a graham cracker, and you slide the marshmallows off, and there you have the perfect s'more. Toasty, warm, melty, gooey, so perfect.
Nah, the way she's describing it is making me want to have one right now, like right this very moment. She is so good with her descriptions. And this looks yummy. This looks really good.
The next time that you're at a bonfire, maybe you can introduce this idea to your friends, or if you're at a bonfire in the US, you will definitely see people eating s'mores. Please try it for my sake. I hope you'll love it.
All right.
Now it's time for the song you have been waiting for. It is dun da 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 da.
Oh, okay. I thought she just left us hanging and she wasn't going to say anything about it.
Da 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 da. Do you know this song? This song is Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And I included this here because there's a funny little story I wanted to share with you. One of my friends, you might follow his YouTube channel. His name's Jack. He has a YouTube channel called To Fluency. And he's from the UK, but he's married to an American. And he told me that one time they were playing a game with some Americans, and the game was that you had to hum a song and your partner had to guess what it was. So his wife drew a card and it said, hum, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. She's like, all right, this is a good song. It's easy. He'll understand it immediately. So she started to hum. And he just looked at her like, what? I've never heard that in my life.
Can you blame him?
Obviously that was not a good moment in their game for them, maybe a little funny. But because of this, I realized, oh, maybe this song isn't quite so well known internationally, but it is a staple of American culture because baseball is extremely common, and this song is sung before every baseball game.
Ah.
So if you've ever been to any kind of big baseball game in the US, you've definitely heard this song, and if you memorize the lyrics, you'll be able to sing along and cheer with everyone. It's a great moment to kind of have that group feeling of excitement before a game. So make sure you check out Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You can search on YouTube and see some clips of crowds of people at baseball games singing this song. Quite fun and very American.
Oh, that's good. That's good. This is really good. Okay, so the thing is, we sing songs like that also when it comes to football, but it's mostly chants for your team. Like in United, we have the United Road, Take Me Home, to a place where I belong, blah blah blah. For Liverpool, they have Never Walk Alone. You know all this. So I think for West Ham, they have the Bubbles song, and I think Spurs. I don't know if Spurs have theirs. I think is the when the Spurs are matching, Southampton have theirs. So I think it's kind of interesting that even the home and away fans do sing this, and it doesn't matter what team, they have a specific song that they all sing for. Baseball. That is interesting. That is really interesting.
A very American thing today also has to do with baseball. What if I said to you, your speech was awesome. You knocked it out of the park. Did you give a speech about baseball? Are you playing baseball? No, this just means it was amazing. You
Yeah.
did even better than expected. You
Sorry, I don't think that's an American thing. I think it's kind of a general English thing because it's an expression I've used before. People around me have used, so I do not think it's specific to America.
knocked it out of the park. Here we have the image of someone playing baseball. He's got a baseball bat, someone's pitching him the ball, and he hits it. He doesn't
Oh,
just
I
hit
get.
it into the outfield. That's where someone can catch it. He hits it beyond the field, out of the park.
Makes sense.
And this means it's a home run. No one can catch it, and it's great for his team. Everyone can get to home base, and they might get a lot of points. So here, knocking it out of the park is a great thing in baseball and in life. So if you do something really awesome, better than expected, you can use this expression. Oh man, I can't believe it, but I talked to someone in English the other day and I think I knocked it out of the park. I explained myself exactly the way I wanted. I did it and they understood me. Congratulations. You knocked it out of the park. Well,
I get that the American part of it is the baseball and where it comes from. For example, in English, I don't think kicking a ball out of the field is a good thing, especially if you're taking a penalty or you're trying to aim at the goal. I don't think it's a good thing. But for the US, I can understand how it's related to an American culture.
Congratulations, now you are in the loop to all of these American secrets, all of these things that most Americans know, and now you do too. If you are American and you're watching this, let me know in the comments, did you know all these things? I think they're pretty common in American culture, but let me know in the comments, and I would love to see what you have to say.
All right.
Don't forget to download the free PDF worksheet.
Guys, do not forget to keep subscribe and like the video. I enjoyed this one. Yeah, that was interesting for me as a non-American. I knew a few of them. I knew a few of them. Some like the expressions. Some were just basic English, and some were really, especially that tune. That was really fascinating to me. They take me to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game, something like that. Yeah, I liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you. We'll see you next time. Peace out.